I've opened a lot of restaurants. Some of them are busy out of the gate. And then you worry about that too. Are we too busy too early? Is it going to just die out? Is it that trend factor? You see it all the time. The new hotspot opens and it's packed, and then, 16 months later it's closed. So I don't know. I mean, when I opened Michael's Genuine Food and Drink, it was my last ditch effort. And I was depressed about Miami and the scene, and I couldn't put a deal together. I had a growing family, 3 kids. And, I had this idea, and we picked the spot, and we put the investment together, and it was brutal. We had to raise more money, get to the finish line, open. Where's everybody? So all those conversations. But perseverance, and you believe in what you do, and, some things happen, and I'm not going to say luck, but, certain things happened around the district, and then the New York Times review was really the one. I mean, it was a series of things. Esquire did a piece, and we got good local reviews, and then it just sort of started to snowball.
Well, would you say that's the beginning of a lot of change in Miami? Because I would say that.
Well, it's hard for me to, people say that, right?
I say that. I just said that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. People say that. It's hard for me to see. Yeah, but yeah, I could look back and say, yeah. I mean, that restaurant changed, I think, the way people looked at certainly fine dining in this town, that it didn't have to be this, didn't have to have a tablecloth. Although in the very beginning, we had tablecloths and white butcher paper on the tables.
Wow.
But it didn't need to be that level of formality for it to be awesome, I think back then, so we opened in 2007, and in 2010, I won the James Beard Award, which was another amazing thing. And the only reason that I bring it up is because I remember talking to people when I opened Michael's Genuine, and specifically people that I won't say who they were, but would say that this is not a James Beard award-winning caliber of a restaurant, right? Because of its informality,
right?
And that, at that moment in those years, 2007, 8, 9, 10, that just shifted.
100%.
All of that shit went out the window. So, did it change the way Miami looked at dining and sourcing? I think so.
Yeah,
proud of that. I don't know.
How do you feel 13 years later
about Michael's Genuine?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Would you say that there's like a certain kind of feeling with the first, that's like your first restaurant that it's hard to get with any other restaurant?
Yeah, for me, it depends. Like, that was a success, so that you always want to bottle that shit, right?
Yeah.
You want to do every one. But I think it's interesting because you forget, certainly I even do sometimes, that it wasn't instant, and we live in instant gratification, society. And, and the minute it's not as busy as you think it should be, then you just start doubting yourself.
Oh man.
It's the death spiral, right? So, but on one hand, you got to persevere and stay with it and put your head down. And then on the other hand, it could be a Cypress where you just have blinders on and you're just a dumbass, and everyone's like, what are you doing? You're flushing money down the toilet. So there's no, if you open a restaurant, it's busy, it has critical acclaim, you always want to replicate that, but it's kind of hard.